This is the Bulldog Vault BD4030B. The B is for biometric. This was donated by Brett. Thank you, sir, for the donation. I should explain that in exchange, he received the MSafe PSB 350, so he got a good deal out of the trade. Brett pointed out something that I think is important to talk about. When I let this fingerprint reader read a print that I've scanned in, you'll notice that it takes a while to open. I'll do this again and lean forward so you can hear the motor grinding away inside of it. The reason this takes so long to open is that this is a motorized latching mechanism, as opposed to some form of spring release latching mechanism, which is typical for this kind of device. I'll come back to that in a moment. Brett tried to find the keys for me, and I told him, nope, don't bother. I don't need keys to get in. Before he left here, he also offered to scan a fingerprint to open it, and I said, nope, you don't have to do that either. So now I'll show you how I got in. Now, I know I said that I'm trying to avoid lockpicking on this channel, but that is how I got into this box, so these are the tools I pulled out. This is a set of inexpensive tubular lockpicks you can buy on Amazon for less than $40 at the moment. I like these because it's easy to install and remove the tensioning pins inside the picks depending on your need. This is the pick I used. I've taken the tensioning pin out of this because there isn't any tensioning notch in the plug of this lock. What I'm going to do is line up this arrow right here with the notch on the outside of the plug, and I'm going to press or try to press these feeler gauges straight down on top of the pins and let the gauges reach in and do the tensioning for me while I impression the lock. That's the plan anyway. It doesn't always work. Sometimes this takes a few attempts. What happens is the feeler gauges try to slip off the pins. And it's open. And I said I was going to come back to the latching mechanism. Here it is. When you close the door presses on this piece of wire right here, which I'll push on, and that allows a latch piece to slip up into place to hold the door. When you let the fingerprint reader read a registered fingerprint, the circuitry sends power to this motor, which rotates a little cam fitting, which fitting presses forward on a piece of hardware, which piece of hardware presses down on a piece of wire that in turn will press down on this latch piece and release the door. I'll do it right now. Isn't that exciting? This is never going to be a quick releasing device, but it isn't especially secure either, so who cares?